Alright guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be converting my truck from standard F-150 body panels to the Adv Fiberglass Concepts Raptor conversion. So it can go from looking like this to looking like this. Alright guys, welcome back. So the front fenders are on. I'm ready to do the bedsides now. I cannot wait to get these things out of my living room. As you can see, they're taking up a lot of space and I'm ready for them to be on the truck and not sitting on my carpet. Let's go check the truck out. Alright, so here are the front fenders and lights all installed. Everything's wired in. Got everything looking pretty good. I still need to do a little bit of finishing body work, but it's pretty much there. Bed's coming off today. I spent yesterday getting the tailgate and some accessories off, so should be able to rock it out. Hey guys, welcome back. This is day 2. So I didn't record much yesterday, but we took the bed off, set it up over there on some horses, getting ready to take the panels off. First, I'd like to go over a few things that, if you're looking to do this, you kind of need to keep in mind. All the harnesses for the bed, unplug right over there. Once you unplug that, there'll be no more wiring inside the bed. For the fuel filler neck, this simply just slips out of like a rubber sleeve that's set into the bedside. So you just take out that 10mm bolt. When you lift the bed up, that kind of just drops out. So that's the easiest way to do it. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Just 6 bed bolts. I had an issue with that when it seized up on me. I had to cut it off and just pull it out. Beyond that, this is going to be easy to do the leaf springs and shocks. So I'm going to go ahead and do that while the bed's off. In order to drive this thing legally, I ended up getting these trailer lights that hook up with a Bluetooth connection. Hook that up to your 4 flat, and then you're able to drive the truck. I believe it's legal here in Michigan. We'll find out, but so far so good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pop these bedsides off and get it going. All right, guys, I wanted to take a second and kind of explain the rivet removal process. So there's a 2-part process, right? So you get yourself a really strong, thin pilot hole drill bit, and then you start, give yourself the pilot hole on all the rivets you want to do, and then get yourself, these are from Harbor Freight. This is I guess a rivet extraction tool, or it just cuts out the rivets essentially. You put that pinpoint, it drills out the rivet. Works good. This was like 5 minutes worth of work. Alright, so the bedsides are off. We're done with day 2. The only glue that was left was this adhesive around the wheel well, and then a spot up here at the front of the box. I've cleaned up all the connection points where the spot welds were. Cleaned those up nice and flush so that there's no nubs for the remaining spot welds. I've got the driver's side panel dry fit. Fitment is pretty good. You end up cutting out a section of the Adv fiberglass that comes here near the taillight. I'll show you how that goes. As you can see, pretty much everything wraps around where it should in the stock location. Won't be cleaning up all those edges. Overall, really happy with the fitment. What you need to remove, this is around the taillight housing. You kind of want to match the factory pattern where all those connection points go. That's it. We'll be cutting that up and should be mounted here shortly. These lower box corners, a little long. On the F-150, they sit about 3 inches lower. The Raptor comes up and does a dovetail. So some people kind of fold these in. I'm not sure, maybe fabricate some type of mount. I'm just going to lob them off, and then there's plenty of connection here for the fiberglass bedside. I've kind of already done it on this side, so I've just cut it off and there's plenty to mount to, so it's just fine. Both of the bed sides dry fit. I'll go ahead and try to put the bed on the truck now, kind of see how it lines up with the rest of the truck, if I need to make any more modifications. Everything's sitting really nice. Like I said, nothing's permanent yet. Still got to adhere that. I'm gonna put a couple self-tapping screws in just for the test fit so I can move the bed, and then I got panel bonder and rivets all the way around. Yesterday we ended up putting on these shocks and rear leafs, factory Raptor reliefs, lift block, Fox shocks. Put those on while the bed was off. Here's the truck in current form. Should look pretty good. It's now a few days later. We had a few rainy days here in Michigan, so I took a little break on the truck. I've got the bed pretty much all set up. Everything is glued down, riveted down. I used panel bonder. And everything's looking really good. I got the taillights to fit really nice. A little bit of finishing body work to do, but I'm gonna leave that to the painters. I really wanted to finish the Bedliner spray before I put it back on the truck, so I went ahead and removed all the hardware around the box, a little bit of hardware around the tailgate. I'm gonna scuff, sand, get everything prepped, spray the Bedliner. Got the tailgate sitting there doing the same thing there. I think this will be a nice finishing touch. I really don't want to take the bed back off after this. Be a one and done. And then over here, I'm going to end up doing Bedliner spray on the inside of the box, so that when the painters go to it, there's no need to remove the bed. They can just paint just kind of on that edge line. So, and I also did the gas cap door. Now under here, I had a little bit of an issue with the wheel well flare. So on the F-150, obviously a lower rise, and on these Adv Fiberglass, it's a 2-inch rise, so it's even higher than Raptor. So I went ahead, these Bedliner inserts from Husky on Amazon, they're like $100 right now for the set shipped. It's a really great deal, and actually they extend out enough to attach the edge to the fiberglass. So that's essentially going to reinforce that wheel well area and kind of do the job for me. So I'll figure that out after the Bedliner spray. So I just got done spraying the Bedliner. Got the tailgate re-sprayed. I ended up doing this, since the ADV glass comes one piece, you reuse your stock top cap. This was sprayed in Bedliner spray. I ended up doing this, I guess, cab corner or box, so I don't have to remove the bed when we paint the bedsides. Overall, super happy with the Raptor liner. Turned out really good. This is about an hour. I'm gonna let it dry a couple days. So we'll do a little walk around in the truck, and I'll show you the good and the bad. Overall, ADV Advanced Fiberglass concepts come out really, really nice. Fit and finish is really good. I mainly notice little things like this on other brands, fiberglass, things like that typically don't fit as well. You've got to do a lot of body work to get certain things to fit correctly. The body lines all look really good. There's got to be a little bit of body work done here and there like this. I have to add a little bit more fiberglass to finish that seam. Overall, everything fits really nice. Door gap is solid. The bed sides were a little trickier, a little more involved. I ended up doing Bedliner spray all throughout the edges. Did the Bedliner spray on the top cap. Taillights were a little bit more work, as expected. But everything else ends up fitting really nice. Still a little bit of finishing body work to do around the edges. I'll leave that to the paint shop. Had a little accident here, but nothing a little body filler can't fix. Overall, really happy how it turned out. I think in the next video when I install the new beadlock wheels, it's really going to bring the look together. Right now the wheels are really set in, even with Raptor front suspension. This glass is just super wide, so it's like 2+ wide and a 2-inch rise. So I'd say it's about 5 or 6 inches wider than a stock F-150 and 2 inches wider than a Raptor. So yeah, as you can see from this angle, the rear really needs an axle or really aggressive offset wheels to pull it off. So I really want to thank John over at Adv Fiberglass Concepts for helping me out. This is not a sponsored video, but he really did go above and beyond in making sure we're set up with this fiberglass. Everything went really well with the fit and finish. Couldn't be happier with it. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. And if you are interested in fiberglass, the link is down below. Check them out. Talk to John. He's a great guy, great company. Here's a little sneak peek at the next video. KMC machete beadlocks with 37-inch BF Goodrich KO2s. We'll be putting that together, throwing them on the truck for the next video.